Hello and welcome. Guess what? I have been waiting for a long time. It's about a month now that I've been waiting for components to arrive because I want to build my own PC, my own desktop PC. That is the most powerful one that I've ever built. But I've not built one in a long time, I must admit. I've built a few PCs years ago, but not recently. So this is the most powerful one I've ever built, and it's based on the current market standards, a very, very, very powerful one. Reason being that it's supposed to be capable of quickly doing video editing, right? So, and video, creating videos for marketing purposes. And to create videos, you need a lot of power, or the PC needs a lot of power, especially the more higher the resolution and the more better quality videos you want to make. So I've already presented to you the case that I got a while back, and I have also already presented the cooling fan. I've unboxed that already in an episode of a while ago. And now I have a few more components that I can present, and that where I can actually start to build a PC. So what does a PC or desktop PC need if you want to build one on your own? Well, first of all, a case where everything goes into. And I've already showed you the cooling unit. That is, the purpose of that is to cool down the CPU. CPU is the heart of a PC. It's where all the major work is being done. This is the CPU. So this is a box, and I've not opened it yet. I will later. But you see here already, this is basically the CPU, right? So it's a little square piece that is the heart of a computer. Now this goes onto something what's called a motherboard, and that is this piece. And the motherboard is basically the flat piece that goes into the desktop where all the other components will be mounted on. Then we have, of course, nothing goes without power, right? So this is the power unit that it goes into the power supply that goes here into the bottom of the case, and that supplies all the components with the adequate power. And you have to make sure that you've got the enough power to power up all the components depending on what you have. And then, of course, you also need, in today's world, nothing goes without a graphics card. So this is a graphics card. It's a separate component that, especially in gaming, of course, that's where all the power is really used, but also in video creation, video editing, because as is obvious, video has a lot to do with graphics. And then you also need something that's called memory. That's here a very fast type of memory, one of the fastest available today, and also very large memory size. So it's 2 times 32 gigabytes, so it will be 64 gigabyte of memory, and one of the fastest memory available. And that's all, especially, I mean, with video editing, this is not just, a hobby or just want to have the best of the best for no reason. The reason is that you can quickly edit videos and you don't have to wait. And time is money, right? So the longer it takes for you to create a video, to render a video, to edit a video, to copy big files, the longer it takes you to do work, and the shorter you can compact that into a shorter time, then you've gained efficiency for your business, right? So that's the whole purpose of that. And one last thing here is a hard disk. Now the hard disk these days, they come in cards that you stick onto the motherboard as well. Those are SSD hard disks. There are other types available, but these are the ultra fast ones. And I've got a 500 gigabyte one that's a fairly small one, not the smallest, but still the small one. But the purpose of that is it needs to run the operating system Windows, right? So that's real quick, and I can put a few files on there, but I will wait and see if I want to enlarge that with further sized hard disks later, or that depends on your organization flow and how you store files. If you use the cloud, if you use other external drives like USB drives for project, and you organize it on project basis or whatever. So I'll have to wait and see if I want to extend that in the future, but this is for the operating system purpose. So that's the whole package, and I will start to build all these components into the case, and then I've not done that in a while, so it'll be fun as well. And but I think the instructions are pretty easy these days on how to do that. So and I've read that this state of the art technology, also the CPU is from AMD. It's from the Ryzen family, Series 9, and it's a 3900X. So what makes that special is that it's 4.6 gigahertz, but it has 12 cores. So it's a 24 thread processor, which means that a lot of parallel activities can be done within the CPU, and that's the more parallel processes can run at once, the quicker everything gets, right? So that's it's not the top end that's available, but it's from the price benefit ratio, it's I think the best that currently you can get. And from what I've read is that these components, especially the CPU, now they're also Intel CPUs, you've probably heard of those, but AMD has really developed to be a very, very serious competitor of Intel, especially with these new series, and some say they're even better than Intel. But I've decided to go with this route, and some people, some experts have compared this setup once it's up and running to be very comparable, and basically all these components together cost around $2,000. So that's the cost of this PC if you built it on your own, and roughly, I think it's even less, like 1,700-1,800. I'll have to do the math on that. But it's a PC that can actually compare to very powerful Apple desktops that are often used for video editing as well. So but they cost 6,000 upwards. So if you want a very, very powerful PC for a good price point, to have the optimum cost benefit ratio, then I think this is a good way to go. So I will test that, and I'm excited to see the results and see how quickly I can then churn out videos. So I'll be starting to build this maybe today, this weekend, I'll see. I've giving myself about a week to do it, because it does take a little time, and you have to be careful for a few things. And I don't have the time all day today, so I will do some videos while I'm doing that in between, and then see how it goes, and keep you updated. All right, talk to you later. Bye-bye.